So is it automatic? Like when temperatures are high, it switches sort of off? And
Because
then...
of that, because
Okay.
of the fridge guard.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now it is very well protected.
So does it maintain the steady temperatures for incubating?
Now, before you start, you set up this. This is the temperature and this is the humidity. The humidity here is supposed to be 60.
Okay.
Then, so now, as it is running, okay, now because we have been opening, that's why it is 27. But now, when it is running properly, when it reaches 37.7, it just switches off.
Okay.
It is switches off. And when also this one goes to 60, it remains there at 60.
Okay.
And now this is the humidity. Supposed to be for the eggs. Okay. But later on towards the hatching, you have to increase this one. Like now this is 72. To make the egg soft. To make the egg soft so that it can easily burst. Okay.
So it costs how much? Like in Ugandan shillings?
This one was 700. 700,000. But it
almost $200.
Yeah, it came from Nairobi.
Okay.
But there is somebody who makes them, but he makes from 300 eggs. Oh. The one of less is not cost effective for him. Actually, it's the one who got for me this. 2022, we got the greenhouse. Okay. And constructed it. I got some little money from somewhere. So now, we started. I will show you pictures of what this place
you
looked
even
like.
Send me. We will share.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this one here is the nursery.
Okay.
This one is the nursery. Now, to grow tomatoes effectively, okay, you must cook the soil.
You first cook it because I see it is very hot now.
It is the temperature here is about 60 degrees.
Okay.
And it is the one which is suitable for the tomatoes to germinate. Okay. Now you see this cavera, this here.
Yes.
This one is the one which filters the light.
Oh.
Which is needed for the seeds to germinate. Okay. So once you have put here, then you put this on top.
Yes.
You put this here. Now the light which is coming here is the light. It is filtered. This thing filters that light.
Okay.
So that what is here is one which is suitable for the tomatoes, the seeds to grow. I don't want to say tomato seeds, but any seed.
Okay.
Any seed. So now, and this one I was even seeing it in YouTube.
This is soil.
This is not soil.
Let me show the knee. Let me show the car.
This is not soil. This is what they call cockpit.
Cockpit.
It comes from Israel.
Okay.
That is a cockpit which acts as soil.
Okay.
So the seeds grow here, and as you feed them properly, you give them the appropriate amount of water, not too much, not too little. Okay. If you give it too much, they will grow, but not with the strength.
Oh.
Tomorrow, anything small will come and knock it off. Okay. Now, this is soil. I was seeing it in YouTube.
Okay.
How those Europeans, they use soil, they mix this soil, but I didn't know the formula. When the seeds have germinated, you have to train the seeds and you bring them here for some days. So this is the growing section where the seeds get strengthened. Now you are exposing them to the conditions they are going to be in, not these flowery conditions over there where you are supplying special water. So you bring them here. Now here they grow up to 3 weeks to 1 month. So when they are ready for transfer, you bring them here. Fortunately,
this is not hot.
It is not very hot, but it can also be hot.
Okay.
So we asked ourselves, why is it possible just to to plant the seeds directly. So we planted those seeds. Actually, we planted the whole greenhouse.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we did not handle the water properly.
If I may ask, why are you putting in sacks, not directing, depositing this soil on this polythene bag down here? Then why are you planting in sacks, as I'm saying?
That's a very good question.
Okay.
Now, that sack, each plant has its own sack, and therefore conditions which are unique to it.
True.
But compared to when you plant directly on the soil, there is leaching.
Yes.
When you put their fertilizer, they run off diseases, there are soil diseases, and this is the reason why we cook the soil to kill off the diseases, to kill any other seeds apart from, because we don't want any other seeds. It is very expensive to weed.
We can tour around as we explain.
It is very expensive to do the weeding. So now, by cooking the soil, you have eliminated the weeding. Because the cooking kills all the seeds which are there. And even kills the what? The germs. It kills all those germs. So now your work here is only to feed the tomatoes and to water it and give it food. The plants also need food like we do. And that food is in form of fertilizer. There are different types of fertilizers which you give at different intervals, at different times. Like now, since you have seen, I'm told some have started the flowering. So when they have started the flowering, you give them now the fertilizer to boost that flowering. But now here, you are giving them fertilizer to boost their growth. To boost their growth. And there was also, before we planted, there was a fertilizer we applied there to enable the fruit, the roots to grow. The trick is, the more the roots down there, the more they will flower.
I didn't know that.
And now you have come to the right place. So once they have a few roots, that is the less flowers they will
because they will not absorb enough nutrients.
They will not eat enough. They will not. But once now the fruits are in abundance, it means now the eating will also increase, and therefore the growth, the flowering, and even putting the big seeds, it comes from the fruit. So there is a fertilizer we first put there to enable that the roots to start spreading. Like this one we transferred yesterday. So by the fact that they are still looking good, that one is a very good sign. It is a very good sign. Otherwise, if it was badly done, you can see this one is not very.
So you say that this greenhouse farming is worth it. How do you try to get the market?
That's where the challenge is, the market. Because you are in competition with the people who produce the tomatoes locally. People who use whatever method to produce the tomatoes. So you are in the market with those people. And the consumers don't know the difference between a greenhouse tomato and a tomato from the other side. And those are the challenges we faced, especially between 2023. We had to suspend because there was a time this greenhouse was full of red pepper, red and the yellow. Are they bell? They are yellow. The yellow and the red, yes. So we had it full here, but Mbarara people didn't know it. So we were forced to transfer it to Kampala. Now Kampala, people tell you, that one costs you, we shall give you 40,000. Now you have already transported the thing from here to Kampala, so you just get the 40,000 to get transport back. So that's what forced us to first suspend it.
So how are you trying to overcome this challenge?
Now we are trying to overcome that challenge. We are now thinking of value addition.
Oh, that's good.
If we can add value, so that you are not in panic, you are not depending on the customer for the price. Because now a customer comes here, you see a basin in the foreign area is 20,000. It is 20,000. So you can't argue your case off because the tomatoes are rotting. Yes. So what do? You accept the 20,000. So we are thinking if we can add value, you will have no pressure on the market. And the Rwetaga Farm Institute, they are getting a grant from GROW. I don't know whether they have had GROW, where they are going to get a machine for tomato sauce. In just in the Rwetaga Farm School, Farm Institute. So we are trying to now prepare for that, so that we can use, even if we cannot afford the facility ourselves, but we can use that facility of Rwetaga to add value. Then we are able to sell. So although I've been told now there are also special tomatoes for making tomato sauce. You don't just use any tomato. That's why in the market you can buy this tomato sauce. What is this? You don't get the value you need because there are tomato varieties that are meant for tomato sauce. So once that project starts, that's now the variety we shall go for. So that we start adding value.
So where is this farm located, and how can people reach out to you in case they need your services?
Well, and by the way, the services here, part of it is training. We had even started the training, some people from Kiruhura. They had started coming for training. But the services, here we are located at Rwentondo Cell, Kakoba Ward, Kakoba Division, Mbarara City. Mbarara City South. Yes. So my telephone number 0702 552211. That is on WhatsApp as well. But the other one is 0776 552211.
This platform, we always want to inspire people out there to venture into farming. What could be your last words to the people who have you?
People should not fear to go for farming. Once you have thought of a project, go ahead and implement it. Let nobody discourage you that it cannot work. Somebody who tells you that it cannot work, abandon that person. You know, some of that is an enemy number one. And there are many outside there. They will tell you it can't work. But
unfortunately, the ones who are telling you they're not doing anything.
They are not doing anything, but they will always tell you how the thing can't work. So you persist, and these things, they don't come to fruition tomorrow. You keep trying, until it will. You know, it is persistence that will produce positive results. But once you give up,
that's true.
You don't have nobody to blame.
Thank you so much, Mr. George. I hope you have